Hi everyone, today I'm honored to be with Jonathan Lipson, like the Lipton tea, but he is not Lipton tea, he is Lipson, and he is from Israel, but he lives in America. He's a Jewish gentleman, he follows the Jewish commandment a lot. So, Jonathan, tell us who you are, where were you born, what's your story?
I was born in Brooklyn, New York in 1964.
Okay, so you're an American.
That's where I was born, but I consider myself a citizen of the world.
Okay, beautiful.
Long story. I've seen many places and many things.
Mm-hmm.
And as I grew older, I thought to myself, how can we improve this?
Mm-hmm.
So this is now my passion now, to leave the world a better place for all of our kids, because we're leaving a world for our kids. We're going to be gone soon. So we have to think about the future of our kids. I lived in Israel for about 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I had to learn Hebrew and some Arabic and some French to be able to live there.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the north of the country, Syria and Lebanon were once the French mandate after World War One. So people in the north of the country, like the Druze,
Mm-hmm.
were a type of Muslim, I think. The Druze speak French and Hebrew and Arabic.
Mm-hmm.
French being the neutral language between everyone so as not to cause offense if you have a feeling you're going to cause offense.
Mm-hmm.
Hope that makes sense.
Right.
So I went to school in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
The first year I got stellar grades because all of my classes were in English. Okay? My second year and further, all of my classes were in Hebrew. So my grades were not quite as good because English doesn't even use Latin ABCD. So you have to learn an alphabet, everything. So my grades weren't so good. My Hebrew became really good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the best gift of all. Because I was taking classes in a Hebrew school,
Mm-hmm.
I could take English as my foreign. So I took English as my foreign to get at least an A in that
Mm-hmm.
because all my other grades were no longer A's.
Right.
So I had to, that's how I thought to myself. Even though I should have taken a different foreign, but then they would have taught me the foreign language in the foreign language, and that would have just messed me up. So just from hearing Arabic around me, I picked up some. And from hearing French around me, I picked up some. I play a musical instrument, a few, as you already know. And when you use the right side of your brain, like playing music, it makes it easier for your brain to learn languages that you hear because music is a language. Like math is a language.
Okay.
Urdu is a language. English is a language. It's, nature has a language. Okay, these are all communication. I
Mm-hmm.
explained to you. You know what a tamar is?
Mm-mm.
Tamar? You have that word?
So we will come back to the story, but first I want to know how many siblings you have, where do they live?
Oh my God, long story. Okay, when
Short version.
okay, short version. My biological father left. He ran away, abandoned us, ran away. Okay, my mother married my stepfather, who eventually adopted me at the age of 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have siblings on both sides, from my biological side and from my paternal side.
Mm-hmm.
So I have four siblings on my biological father's side. One of them, unfortunately, has already been shot. Long story, he's dead. And I have two siblings on my paternal father's side. Okay, but one of them is already dead from cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I have three and one is four. And I'm an uncle to many.
Cool.
I
And your
have a from
parents?
sister that's got 9 kids.
Oh, wow. And your parents are still alive?
My father passed away from Alzheimer's, which was extremely sad.
Mm-hmm.
He forgot who I was and where he was and how to talk, and it was very bad.
Mm.
Now, the only blessing out of Alzheimer's was that he became very, very nice and docile.
Mm.
This is not the father I grew up with. So at first I thought maybe this is cool. But then when I realized it was a component of the Alzheimer's, I was sad again. Because he wasn't really happy and sweet. It was because he had a disease.
Mm.
But it was definitely much easier to cope with him as a docile and sweet man.
So the lesson here is you should be sweet and nice to everyone no matter what.
Well, no, sometimes we don't grow up in those environments. My mother is wonderful. She's also a little demented or dementia or whatever we call that now.
Mm.
So she's 83.
Mm.
I love her very, very much, but she definitely has some stuff going on with her. So if you want to ask me what the stuff is, okay. But
I don't want to ask what the stuff are, but as
that's old
long as
people getting older stuff.
okay. And what is this thing you wear? This blue color thing. What is the name of this dress? What you're wearing?
Oh, these are farmers. What farmers wear.
Right. So what is the name for this?
They're wonderful. Lots of pockets.
Yeah.
And when you're out in the field, I used to do some agricultural work, so I love these things. Out in the field, you have different places to put your hammer or your farming equipment and lots of pockets to work with. So I learned how to wear this by being an agriculturalist, like a farmer.
But what's the name of this? Like pants or t-shirt or what's the name?
Overall,
Overall?
yeah, different than a coverall. A coverall gives you arms and everything. It's like a little jumpsuit with a zipper.
Mm.
This doesn't have a zipper. It has fasteners.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's also good for fat people so that you don't have to keep on pulling up your pants 80 times a day.
Okay. So now you are a scientist and you were telling me that you work on different projects and related to science. Are you with me?